Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Caffeinated Commentary podcast. I know I haven't posted an episode in a couple of weeks. I have just been absolutely swamped. I kid you not, like swamped with work. Not even like content creation work, just like my 9 to 5, or in most cases, 8 to 5. Afterwards, being fully transparent here, I don't want to do anything. I just want to like rot and read and watch YouTube, and I just haven't had the energy to record a podcast episode. But that stops today because it is Sunday when I'm recording this, and I am in cozy sweats. It's raining. It's been raining all night and all day. And yeah, it's the perfect time to record a podcast. So I figured let's just get comfy and chat. And today we're going to be talking about my morning routine and the things that I do to have a productive morning routine, but we're going to get to that eventually. But first, I want to give you guys a little bit of an update on all the things that have been going on in the last couple of weeks. So first things first, I think it's been about 2 to 3 weeks since I last recorded a podcast episode. Like I said, I've just been like crazy busy with work, and hopefully that'll slow down in a couple of weeks. I think now post holidays and post vacations for most people, I think we'll finally get into a groove. This typically happens in a new year, but I think now that everybody's kind of back for the most part, it'll be good. What else has been going on? I have been purchasing lots of books. I go through phases, I feel like, where I either don't buy books for like several months, and I'm just like utilizing the library, reading my physical TBR, because one of my goals for 2025 was to strictly read from my TBR, and then if there were new releases that I was really eyeing, I would either purchase them if it was like, you know, top priority, or I would get them from the library and just wait. If it like was something that I was kind of interested in but I was willing to wait, then I would just do it from the library. So in a season, we're purchasing a good amount of books, and I have 4 right here that I'm staring at. I know there's no visual this week. It's because it's, like I said before, really gloomy and rainy, and honestly, I'm very comfortable in my desk chair and sweats, and I was just like, you know what, let's just yap, so no visual for this week. But I did pick up Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, Collide, and then I also picked up Beneath the Stands and Beneath the Stars, both by Emily McIntyre. And then the book Collide, which is the second one that I mentioned, is by Bal Cabra. So those are my new release purchases. I've also received some fun book mail from Bloom Books and Grand Central. So major shout out to those publishers for sending the book mail. Very much so appreciated. What else is new? Nothing really. It's February 16th when I'm recording this, and my earring just fell off. Okay, that's fun. It's because I have these hoops on. You guys are gonna probably hear some rustling, but I have these hoops on that are kind of like big. They're not big like size-wise. They're just chunky. So that was really random that one fell off, but I think it's because of my headphones. Anyway, all right, I feel like I'm doing a lot of yapping at this point. Let's jump in to my morning routine that actually starts the night before. I feel like you can't have a good morning routine without having a good night routine to set yourself up for success the following morning. So the first thing I do when it's time to like really start to wind down and like get in bed, get away from my phone is, get away from my phone. The screen time at night, I try to keep down to an absolute bare minimum. And I do this because I feel that the more time that I spend on my phone at night, the more I wake up in the middle of the night. I don't know if that makes sense. It is proven that for every 20 minutes that you spend like on your phone before you go to bed, it takes you that much longer to fall asleep. So I try to keep the blue light down to a bare minimum. I also have my phone automatically go into like that extreme yellow like hue, I guess, where there's absolutely no blue light. I mean, you're still getting screen time, of course, but it's not like glaringly white and blue. It's just like yellow, dulled down, phased out. So I make sure that I have that setting on. And then I try to stay off my phone as much as possible. I do have a Hatch alarm clock, which I absolutely love. And I set that up. So there's a particular light that comes on around 9:10. So when that light comes on and I'm home and I'm in my room, I know like, okay, it's time to wind down. It's time to get off the computer. It's time to get off my phone. Let's get ready for bed. And I actually have my Hatch set up so that it automatically is my alarm. I don't have to set an alarm every single night. I don't have to do anything on my phone. It's already set up on the Hatch. So I do highly recommend the Hatch. It is an investment, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't say enough great things about it. I just love being able to wake up to something that is not an iPhone that is not an iPhone sound, because I feel like all of the alarms in the phone are just kind of obnoxious. If I do say so myself, I feel like they are kind of obnoxious. The sounds on the Hatch, it fades in, it gets progressively louder. I also have it set so that when it does go off, the light gradually turns on, because I wake up anywhere between 5 and 6 every single day, and it's dark. It's pitch black out. So having the light on actually is really good, because it makes me feel like I'm getting up with the sun, even though I can't see the sun. Backtracking to the night routine. Try to stay off the phone as much as possible. That's step 1. Step 2, if you have a Hatch, utilize it. Don't let it just sit in the corner. If you don't have a Hatch alarm clock, set your alarm on your phone way beforehand, or just set it so that it repeats every single day, so that way you don't have to think about it. And then just try to stay off your phone like 15, 20, sometimes even 30 minutes before going to bed. I know that's hard. Not everybody can do that. There are certain weeks out of the month that I have to have the phone next to me because I am on call for work, but I try, when I'm not on call at least, to sleep, to have the phone away from me while I'm sleeping. So those are the first 2 things that I do to make sure that I'm set for the next morning. The third thing that I like to do is actually set out my gym clothes the night before. I always know what my workout's going to be. That's never a surprise. So I always just pick out an outfit that goes with whatever workout I'm doing. Whether it's a gym day or a Pilates day, I always know ahead of time, so there's no surprises as far as what the workout's going to be. So I just pick out an outfit that goes with whatever workout I'm doing, and then I usually set that up and put it on my desk chair, so that way it's done. I don't have to fiddle around in the morning with what I'm going to wear. I don't have to waste time on that. It's already done. I know what I'm going to wear, and then that's it. Now, fast forward to the morning. In the morning, as soon as I wake up, I try my absolute hardest. I'm not perfect at this, but I try my absolute hardest to not hit snooze. Now, this morning, I did hit snooze. I did for sure hit snooze twice, actually. So see, I'm not like perfect at it, but during the week, I really try my hardest not to hit snooze. I turn the alarm off. The light is already on in my room, so it's better when the light with the alarm is on. Like this morning, I think what happened was I set a different alarm. I set a later alarm, and I didn't have it with the light turning on. So I think that's where I kind of like fumbled there. When I do have the light on, my body just feels like it's time to get up. So I will turn off the alarm, not hit snooze. I give myself 5 seconds. This is like part of the Mel Robbins, like the 5-second rule that I have been implementing a lot lately. So I'll turn off the alarm. I usually count down from 5. So I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it's time to officially get up. Sometimes I start at 10, but I'll go like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it's time to get up. Just to give myself, I don't know, it's like an extra second or two, which doesn't really add up to much of anything. But I have been really trying also to not be on my phone in the morning. This has been my Achilles heel It's something I've been struggling with majorly because my first thing I do is I turn off the hatch and then I pick up my phone. And I'm like, oh, what did I miss overnight? But like, you should not be doing that. Don't follow my example because it's a very bad habit. It's something that I am working on, is not touching my phone until like I absolutely need to. Like, my Bible study is on my phone, but it's also on my iPad. So I've been more so trying to grab the iPad instead of grabbing my phone because I don't have social media on my iPad. So I don't see those notifications of like, oh, you got a DM. Oh, like so-and-so liked your post. Oh, so-and-so posted. What I try to do is keep my phone on do not disturb, or just like the brightness really low so I'm not seeing it. And I keep it off to the side, ideally. Does this always happen? No. But I will get up, drink a lot of water. The second thing I do is chug my water. Whether it's my Stanley or like another water bottle that I keep it next to my bed. So when I open my eyes, that's the first thing that I see. And then I just kind of like chug a lot of it. I don't have like an actual ounce count for you. Like, I don't know how much I actually drink. I go to bed with my water bottle full or mostly full. So I just like chug that. And then I've gotten up and out of bed. I do all like my bathroom things, brush my teeth, wash my face, do all of that. I don't really have a skincare routine right now. It's more so just like put cold water on my face and then I put some lotion on, and that's about it. But I do all my bathroom things. I start to make coffee, and as I'm doing all these things, I'm still drinking water on top of like the chug that I just did. So I'm trying to get as much water as I can first thing in the morning because that kind of just flushes the system. It wakes it up. My digestion's starting to get going, and it just makes me feel better throughout the day when I start my day with water versus starting it with coffee and no water. Once I've prepped my cup to make coffee, I'll make either a latte or just an iced coffee. I've been really loving lattes in the morning, so I've been doing a lot of those, but I am out of pods right now. So I need to patiently wait for my Nespresso order to come this week, and then I'll have pods so that I can go back to making lattes. I usually make a latte with crushed ice instead of regular ice. Fun fact. I don't know. It just like, it does make a difference when you use crushed ice versus regular ice. It doesn't like alter the taste or anything, but I feel like it's not as watered down, oddly enough. So I've been doing crushed ice, and then I do honey, cinnamon, and brown sugar. I try to do honey and cinnamon, or at least just cinnamon, in any sort of coffee or latte that I consume, because the cinnamon and the honey is also good for like anti-inflammatory, immune system boosting. Like, there's other health benefits to those two. So if I try to get them in with my coffee, if I don't, I get them in with my breakfast. Like, I'll put them in my yogurt or whatever I'm going to have for breakfast that day. I try to make sure that I incorporate cinnamon, honey, or both if I don't get it in with my coffee. Once I make my coffee, I get back in bed. Actually, no, hold on. Backing up. While the coffee is brewing, I make my bed, and it's kind of like a fun, like gamified challenge for me to see how quickly I can make my bed in order to beat the coffee machine. So then I make my bed. If I'm making a latte, sometimes the latte is done before I finish making the bed if I'm like dilly-dallying or making a reel or whatever. But if I'm making a coffee, 99% of the time, the bed, like I can make the whole bed, put all the pillows on it, then come back and the coffee is just about done. So then bed's made, coffee's already done. I actually do get back in bed, but it's because I like to do my Bible study on my bed. I don't like to sit at my desk and do it because my desk is work. It's solely work. I don't sit here unless like I'm recording the podcast or actually working my day job. I kind of try to keep a boundary with that because otherwise it just feels like I'm constantly working. So I'll do my Bible study over on my bed, and that's usually about 20-25 minutes. If it's a class morning, I do that. If it's not a class morning and it's a workout morning, like a going to the gym kind of morning, I save my Bible study for after the gym. And I do this because my gym, I love my gym. I really do. But it gets very crowded very early. So I try my hardest to get to the gym between 5:30 and 5:40. I really would like to get there earlier, but I'd have to go to bed earlier, get up earlier. The domino effect is not happening with that right now. So getting to the gym at like 5:40, 5:45 is like a sweet spot for me. So I get to the gym, I do my workout, I come back, I shower, and then do my Bible study. If it's a Pilates morning, which is Tuesdays, I will get back in bed, do my Bible study, then get dressed, and then I leave for Pilates around 6:10. I try to leave at 6:10 because 99% of the time, actually no, I start the car at 6:10. I don't leave until 6:20. I like to get to Pilates about 15 minutes early. Just, I don't know. That's like the routine that I have. I do sit in the car for about 5 or 10 minutes and I listen to an audiobook. I listen to music, like whatever I have on for the morning. And then I have class. But if I'm going to the gym, which is the other 4 days out of the week, I go to the gym. I get there for 5:40, 5:45. I always listen to music at the gym. I don't listen to an audiobook or a podcast. I just feel like I'm not engaged with those. But I am like just still waking up. So I usually put music on and then I do my workout. I come back, I shower. Like I said before, shower, do my Bible study, have breakfast. And then I start my workday anywhere between 8 and 8:30. And at that point, breakfast is just about done. I'm done working out. I'm done doing my Bible study. And then I start work. And then I work until about 12 or 1. Take my lunch break, and then I work the rest of the day. That is a glimpse at my morning routine. I have to make a vlog to actually show you guys what this looks like because I feel like I haven't done one in a hot second. So that's going to be my goal, is to make a little reel or YouTube video to show you guys in depth what my night routine and morning routine is looking like. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, a glimpse into what life is like behind the scenes of the little glimpses of my morning routine that I do share. And I hope this gave you some inspiration to either start to become a morning person or just to have a more solid morning routine. And there's a lot of science and stuff that backs why routines are so important. We just don't have time to go into that. So I try to keep these episodes like short-ish for right now since we're just starting out. But as the episodes go on, there'll be more and more meat to them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick listen. Don't forget to follow the pod on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. You can subscribe. Instagram, you can follow the podcast. It's at the Caffeinated Commentary Pod. And then you could also check out my personal Instagram, which is Coffee and Goodreads with an underscore at the end. And there I just post a little bit of everything. But if you don't want to see a little bit of everything and you just want to see the pod, you can follow me over at the Caffeinated Commentary Pod. So I'll see you guys next week for another episode. It's probably going to be a book-related one. I'm going to try to do like every other as far as episodes go. So 1 week won't be book-related. 1 week will be book-related. I think that's going to be a good rhythm. I haven't really nailed that down yet, but I'll see you guys soon for another episode, and hopefully we'll have some video to go along with that. And yeah, so that's it, and I'll see you guys soon.